Hey Aquarius, how are you? Thanks for being here so much. I really appreciate all the new subscribers and all the returning viewers. Welcome back. Welcome to Moonrise Cottage for your May 2021 Life Path and Soul Destiny reading. If you're interested in love readings, we have, my guides are saying we, meaning them and me. We do have love readings that come out on the 1st and the 15th. All the extended readings for this channel, every reading has an extended reading. They're all available on Patreon exclusively. I'm not willing to sell readings. It's not what I'm here for. I am in the process of building community for a particular purpose, specifically for all the people who are light workers, who are involved in self-transformation, and similar types of efforts. So let's jump right into it. Links for me are below, both for my website where you can self-book and Patreon if you want to enjoy the community and the readings that are posted there. So Aquarius, we see a really beautiful story coming forward. It has to do with the seeds in your heart. There's a change coming. Sorry, the light is changing because afternoon is coming on. So the seed in your heart, I think you are going through something. See that? That's the 8 of Cups. We'll get there. But some of you are releasing yourself in order to allow the seeds in your heart to grow and blossom, because whatever it is you're releasing yourself from was keeping you bound up. It wasn't the correct energy for you. And because something is burgeoning deep inside your heart, you eventually see the moon in the blade. Through the moon cycles, you're going to come to some great internal, my guides are using the word disturbance. And the disturbance is, you have to walk into your future. You have to use the sacred blade, the shaman's blade. Pointing up indicates victory, indicates your ability to free yourself from whatever is binding you, whatever is not the correct fit. So for some of you, it could be love. We're here to talk about your life path. So I think many of you, it's a job. Some situation in your life might be something with family, because we're talking about seeds and the root and things like that. Whatever the seed is that's in your heart, in the month of May, it's going to start pushing up to the surface. And then you're going to understand what you need to walk into. Where is your destiny? How do you free yourself from whatever it is that's keeping the seeds from coming forward? And check it out. There's the chakra card. So this is about the Crown Chakra. You're going to have some kind of awakening. And when you awaken, it's going to be very clear to you what it is that no longer fits. And you're going to go through a sacred process to release it, bless it, let it go. And when that process is done, beautiful Aquarius, cleansing. And I'm in North America, so here it's springtime, and I go out for a walk a couple times a day. I live in the woods, and we can hear the peepers now. They're coming forward. If you've never seen one, look it up online. They're adorable. They're about the size of my thumbnail. They're tiny little creatures, and they make a beautiful little noise, and they're called peepers because that's what they sound like. So frog is about the water element, about cleansing, and you, Aquarius, are the water bearer. So it's time to go deep into your element, to expand your life, your heart. So let's take a look at what the guides want to talk about. The cards are all shuffled up. Look, that's what they want to talk about. All the things I just said. So 8 of Cups is a moment when you walk away from yourself. Oops. Oh, pardon me. I almost knocked my stand right off the desk. There's going to be a tower moment. This is your energy. So the guides want you to know that this energy, I'm just lining up the cards, sorry. So this energy of release is what's happening. And it may come, there may come a really intense moment when you have sort of a lightning strike type of awakening at the Crown Chakra, and it is going to release you from whatever place that you're in, or perhaps separate you, sever you, maybe from a relationship, a love relationship, a job, a family squabble, my guides are saying. Maybe you've had enough and you've learned whatever lessons you've needed to learn about that. Look, what's next? Thank you, Spirit, so much. That's the Three of Swords. So in this mystical deck, it is about people who were dueling, who were fighting, who were bickering, who were literally trying to kill each other in this little fairy tale. All these cards are about a fairy tale. See the hut and the fire in the background? This is an indication that things can be healed, things can come to rights. These two people were dueling to the death. This woman was a warrior. He killed her beloved in battle, and she put her armor on, went out to find him, and swore that she would take his life. In the end of the story, after all the fighting and all the dueling, they were well matched, and she was threatening. She got knocked into the river. He put his sword in the ground and reached out and realized in that moment, wait a minute, I don't want to lose you. Like that. A moment of revelation. It's very interesting. So she lifts the ballast of her sword to him. And together they struggle into solid ground through all the arguments. So you see that that's a bowl, and there's a bowl, and something's falling out. You're putting an end to something. You may, or you may not, be walking away from a love partner. It's totally possible. Knight of Swords. You want clarity in your life, Aquarius, so that the expansion of your destiny can come forward. And so as the Knight of Swords, you're going to demand some kind of clarity, whatever the situation is that you are walking away from or have had enough of. You are going to cut it out of your life. Maybe you're just simply going to refuse to participate in whatever that's all about. So the Knight of Swords has had his transformation. What he wants is clarity. He wants to be able to, my guides are saying, supply. He wants things to go forward in a healthy manner. This is a little fairy tale about a young knight who was dedicated to providing for the family lineage. So again, this might be an issue with the family. So it may be an intense month for you in whatever way this fits your life. You'll have to take it as it fits. So this is going to happen possibly early in the month. And then when the battle is done, Four of Swords, you're going to go into a period of rest. You're going to need some repair, some healing, some judgment, some ability to just have quiet. This is a David and Goliath kind of story. See how tattered that young man is? He won the battle. And then he goes into this deep state, deep space. For healing, for cleansing, that's what Frog is all about. And to have some greater awareness come to him. Perhaps part of the rest and repair will bring to you an awakening. So hold whatever this battle is, whatever this journey is, hold it very sacred. So we see the progress of the male energy. It's very interesting. So the male part of you. Look, the full moon on the 26th of April is in Scorpio. This will publish, I think, on the 24th. So a long story about a sacred king, lost his hand in a battle, and was pushed off the throne because he wasn't considered whole. And then he ended up having a mystical healing, and he grew his hand back. So there's something happening from the full moon in Scorpio to the full moon in May. I haven't looked forward to see what it is. Follow the moon cycles so that you understand, because it is through the moon cycles, you see the moon there, that this event is going to come to its fullness and its completion, so that the seeds that are meant to grow next from within you, coming out of this awakening and this cleansing that you're going to have, can go forward. So this is your human adventure. This is the energy that's going to tie your human adventure to your soul destiny. It is about healing, mystical healing. That's you having a tower moment. because that's what's on the menu for many, many of you in May. So write me some messages, let me know what that's all about. So 7 of Cups, your destiny is turning. Cloaked, going out to regain your vibration. My guys are talking, they're saying getting your groove back, things like that. So, okay, they're telling me about a movie. Oh, there's a movie, an old movie now, it's called How Stella Got Her Groove Back. It's basically about a very successful woman and her journey through life and love and business. All of those things may be on the menu. This 7 of Cups is about an adventure that had to be taken by the sacred bard in a clan, because the instrument, which was very, very important, was stolen, and he had to go get it back. He had to put his cloak on and sneak into the enemy encampment and chant and sing the songs and recite the poetry that caused the vibration to be renewed, and the instrument floated through the air and returned back to him. He put it under the cloak, walked back home in the dark. There's something about that as an allegory. When we see the King of Swords coming forward in this way, sitting in the light of the moon. So there's something mysterious about this as well. There might be something that you're going through that you can't bring it out into the full light of day yet. It could just be happening inside of you in the deep places where the seeds reside. But on a soul level, the way this is connected is through the healing. So your soul destiny comes forward. The triple spiral is turning because you get your healing and your vibration. Your groove comes back. It looks like you have to go through something and free yourself from something. While you're out on this adventure on a soul level, that's the 5 of Cups. Again, we're talking about kings. It's very interesting. So, see the sun coming up? The bickering, the arguing, the fighting without cause that has been causing you to be not who you are, basically forced into a situation that you didn't want anything to do with. This is coming to its end now. And with any card, when we see the sun coming up, it's about the finishing of this process. So you know that something has been lost, and you know that there are other things waiting to blossom. Thank you, Spirit. That's why the seed of the heart is there. And at some point in this 5 of Cups moment, you are going to throw off the cloak, stand in the light, the full light of the day, drop the cloak in the spot where you're standing. You're going to finish your grieving. And you're going to pick up those 2 cups, those seeds in your heart, and you're going to walk across the bridge that we see in the background in the traditional 5 of Cups illustration. Thank you, Spirit. Beautiful. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Knowledge. You're going to learn a lot because of this journey. Queen of Pentacles is sitting suspended in the universe, weaving together the strings of destiny for her children, her grandchildren. She's known as the sacred grandmother, Danu. And she is creating the situation. You see the 2 figures on the top of her starry loom dancing in the light of the sun. That's what's going on. She's going to help you. I think you have ancestors and guides. Also your own self, my guides are saying. It's also about you and you, of course, as always. Guiding you forward, weaving the strings of your destiny. You have some sacred assistance going on, without doubt. And so, the end of the reading, 2 things. Thank you, Spirit, so much. The Fool card. You're going to do it. I think you might be having some anxiety about this. That's been brewing for a while. See how this woman, she wants to be free of the bull. He's just looking at it. He's just totally stunned. And the water of life, the river of life flows around them. They can't join it. So they found a treasure map and they followed it. They found the treasure. When they stepped on the platform to try to plunder the bull, they got stuck to it. So there's something in your life that you may have thought was, wow, this is the bee's knees. My guides are saying the bee's knees. I'm so excited about this. Just thrilled and happy and delighted and all those things. And you know what? It came to nothing. So my guides are talking about employment at this point. They're talking to me about some of the things that I've experienced. And believe me, I have had high-level professional jobs that I was so excited to get hired. And, you know, in the end, what I experienced was my boss was a literal psychopath or a malignant narcissist. It was horrible. And there have been times in my life when this is exactly what I did. Once I got in my car at noontime and I just drove home. I didn't say anything to anybody. I just went home. I tidied up my desk because I knew the poor schmuck that was going to come after me was going to have the same experience. So I thought, well, I'll make it easy for that person. And I went away. They called me a couple days later and, you know, okay, well, we get that you're not coming back, but can you send your office keys? And I was like, nope, no more energy in your direction. You can make a copy of the office key. So good things happen when explosive change comes around. It's freeing you from something. So there's the outcome card, the beautiful Fool card. The soul, which is what we're here to talk about. You have some kind of a Kundalini awakening. And when the awakening comes at the Crown Chakra, you become free. And you go through the portal, so there's definitely a death and rebirth story here, spiritually. And you walk out to collect your destiny. You're going to have a Crown Chakra, some kind of Kundalini awakening. So take heart. If you're going through something really difficult, you see that bowl? You see the triple spiral turning? That's your soul walking into its destiny. So when you have, thank you, Spirit, very much. When you have that moment, don't worry. You just walk in the direction that deep in your heart you know. So the transition of the energy through the bowl is very important. And the bowl is your soul destiny, your soul history, her story, our story. Moving forward. There is a massive amount of this going on in every reading. So if you're curious, go look at all the air signs. Go look at everything that has come into this moment and understand that it's going to be okay. While you're going through it, it's horrible. I get it. Been there, done that. I was involved in a career that I hated, and I did it for 40 years, believe it or not. I started when I was a teenager. And eventually I went on and I got my master's degree, and this part of me was tugging on me. I was having this kind of an experience. I was having an awakening. All these things were coming forward. The seeds in my heart were blossoming. And here I had just done all that work, got this job, and 6 months later I came home and turned on my camera and started my YouTube channel. And it felt just like this. It's pretty amazing. So I have Moon in Gemini, so, you know, air sign kinds of things. Just the way when the wind shifts, and when the wind blows, that which is no longer needed or wanted can be released, because you've got your sword, the tip of your sword, at the turning of your destiny. Trust the moment, Aquarius. It may be difficult while it's unfolding, or you may feel really happy. And whatever's next for you might come immediately upon the heels of this, because there is something coming forward. That's why my guides are telling that little story about me. That's exactly how it happened in my life. So trust yourself. Leave me some messages. Do a lot of cleansing. Take very good care of yourself and the seed in your heart. And walk through May. Stage by stage, my guides are saying. So we're kind of showing you the map, wanting you to trust that the healing is going to come forward. And then you're going to be able to choose from a soul destiny perspective, what do I want? Why did I have this experience? Now that my healing is done, what destiny would I like to choose? And whatever the destiny is, it has to be about you. and nobody else. Okay, beautiful Aquarius, thank you so much for being here. Come check out the extended reading on Patreon. It's a very tiny little donation that I'm asking for per month for the monthly Life Path and Soul Destiny readings. And if you want to see the extended readings for the love readings, there's a tier for that. So go check it out. Let me know what you think. And visit the website. Fish around in there too. There's lots of fun stuff going on my website. Thanks everybody for spending some time with me. I really appreciate it. Just remember, you are your purpose. Nothing else. It's you. It's your life. It's your energy to capture and utilize the way you desire. Have a wonderful month. God is willing, I'll see you in June.